What's up everyone? John Ranger from Techno Buffalo here with an unboxing for you of the Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro. If you're like me and like your tablets a little bit on the smaller side, this might be just what the tablet doctor ordered. Let's go ahead and dig in. So the box to the Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro looks like Samsung's all current generation boxes through that wood trim we saw debut on the Galaxy S4. We've got the Wi-Fi 16GB version here. There'll also be a cellular version available as well. This is sent to us courtesy of our friends at Samsung's PR department. Go ahead and slide it out of the box, and there is the Galaxy Tab Pro telling us all the specs, but of course we'll run through all that, so you don't even have to read if you don't want to. That's the beauty of video. I'll push it off to the side for just a quick sec and see what else we're going to have living inside of this box. Nothing overly exciting. We've got a getting started booklet, wall wart, and a USB 3.0 cord. Push all that off to the side. Let's take a look at the reason we are here, the Galaxy Tab Pro. Go ahead and peel off all the stuff and I'll run through the specs. See if I can get that whooshing noise that I love so much. Oh yeah, that's a good one. You don't always hear that every day. Slide that off. We do a little power on. So you got something fun to look at, and I'll run you through all the specs that we've got here on the Galaxy Tab Pro. That was perfect timing. The SMT320 model here. Looking at an 8.4-inch screen, the resolution of 1620 by 2560, giving it a 359 ppi. In case you're wondering, it's WQXGA and Android 4.4 at launch here, which is kind of nice to see. Being powered by a 2.3 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 800, so quad core, 2 gigs of RAM on here. Available in 16 or 32 gig configurations, but don't worry too much about that. You got a micro SD card slot there, up to 64 gigs if you want. Got an 8-megapixel camera living there on the back, and a 2-megapixel one on the front. 802.11 ABG and an AC, and a pretty nice size 4800 milliamp hour battery, but no NFC here as well. The buttons, as opposed to what we saw on the Galaxy Note Pro, they are capacitor buttons, but they're the same buttons. You've got a multitasking button here. It gives you the option to close all or open your task manager. You can swipe up to close. A physical clicky home button and your back button. On the left-hand side, that's where your micro SD card slot's going to live. On the right-hand side, there's where your IR port is, volume up and down, and a power button. It's just like a big phone, which is probably going to be the same size as like the Galaxy Note, like 5, I'd wager. A 3.5mm headset jack right there on top. This does have sort of that faux leather feel that we saw on the Galaxy Note, and it feels almost exactly the same as what we saw on the Galaxy Note here. Although I don't believe the back is at all removable, so you're going to be out of luck for that. On the bottom, dual speakers, and there is a looks like a charge and sync cable. It's micro USB, not USB 3.0, like I initially thought when I did the cable unboxings. So taking a look at the UI here, it's a little bit redone. You've got static on the bottom left and right. Google searches I'd really like is always there. And the apps are kind of hidden down in the bottom right, so you don't have to worry about it taking up a space here on your icons. Go ahead and dig in. You can see everything that you've got here. YouTube pre-installed, Flipboard, Netflix, email, contacts, all the other Samsung stuff you'd expect. A big difference here between, if you're wondering what the difference between the Galaxy Tab and the new Galaxy Note line of tablets is, no stylus here on this guy is really the big one. The Galaxy Note Pro has 3 gigs of RAM, this one has 2. Probably nothing you're really going to notice, but that is the big difference in case you were wondering. Let's go ahead and jump into settings and see what we are working with. Android 4.4 again at launch. You can see how they broke it up to connections, device controls, and general. Lots of stuff here if you're going to about device. We've got Android 4.4.2 right out of the box. You go ahead and you can see Samsung's new sort of magazine UI. And as you do that, you still have the app drawer that stays static in the bottom right, which I do like as well. If you go ahead and pull down, you can see Samsung's new sort of circular, more flat-looking icons. And you can see what they all are there. And there's a ton of shortcuts, including volume and brightness, which are probably the most used. And of course, you can jump right into settings, and you can see more right there, and you can do whatever you would like to do right from the drop-down menu. Take a look at some of the widgets that you're going to have here. A lot of them are typical Samsung we've seen before, and some are very googly, but all of them are here. We'll do a full review of this guy in case you're curious. Want to know anything particular you want to see about this, leave that in the comments right down below. Please give the video a thumbs up. We always appreciate it. Until next time, I am John Ranger from Techno Buffalo. See you next video. Bye-bye. What's up, everyone? Thank you for watching that video. If you want to see more of the latest and greatest tech news, you can subscribe to our main Techno Buffalo channel by clicking the button right down below in my pants region, or click on the buttons to your right to see more videos.